Hello there, once again, Stan Tom from Anton Bay. Today, I'm looking at some comics, so thank you for joining me in the toy room to do that. The first one up is ones I don't see very often. This is a Solson Publications. You don't see Solson very often. These are books I got from Scott, my friend, who sent me a bunch of comics, and I hadn't heard of some of these, so I really wanted to look through them, and so I thank you for taking the time to do that with me today. The Texas Chainsaw Samurai just sounds amazing, and it's worth buying for the title alone. So let's see kind of what it looks like on the inside. We've got a perfect 80s car. What year is going on here? 1986. Chuck, that name, and Phil Clark. Wojcicki, I can't pronounce that. Let's see what this book entails. That's pretty, that bus, pretty juvenile looking bus there. Like, I feel like I could almost draw a better bus than that. Did great motorcycling, does great people. But that bus is still a little sad. So it looks like we're clearly in America. We got a samurai doing his typical samurai type things. Reagan's Raider, take over where Ramboy left off. All our boys come home. Wow, that is a heck of a story looking thing. Reagan's Raiders. So the art in here is a little crude. I don't really care. You gotta start somewhere, and some of this stuff was just, you know, you gotta work with what you got. It's better to have a comic with a little bit of amateurish art than to not have this comic, and that's the way to look at this, because that's what you're dealing with. But see, these pages look tons better. You just got to get him away from trying to draw buses. That was where his problem was. He's good with samurai, smoke, weeds, Japanese houses, raccoons. He could do all of it, except for the bus, apparently. And now we got a chainsaw man. Oh, and he's actually using a name brand steel chainsaw. So often they go for like the cheap. They'll have like a McCullough chainsaw or a Poland. And so having steel, a quality pro grade chainsaw. So this art is much better. This cop car is much better than than the bus. We're just gonna forget that bus, that he ever drew it. So now this guy is actually gonna wield the samurai. He's gonna wield the chainsaw. All sorts of great things happen here. Samurai the 13th. Wow, that is total ripoff. Oh, the bus came back though, and it looks just as bad as it did before. He should have just avoided trying to draw Volkswagen buses. They're harder than they look. I'm not gonna lie. They're all just round, smooth shaped, but they're tough. Siphons, issue 1, dynamic premiere issue from Now Comics. Let's see what Now Comics has going on. Now has produced some weird things. Now made the Married with Children comic book. That's one thing I could think that Now made. Ugh, don't drop this damn stupid thing. So the art's already looking fairly okay. Oh, the team is known as the Siphons. Brigade, Nightfire, Star Dancer. Who's the last one here? Do we get a name? We don't get a name for her. Oh, Rays. So Rays, Brigade, Nightfire, Star Dancer. That is the Siphons. That's what we need to know. She's dressed like an aerobic instructor. I won't hold that against her, because this is, for this, we're going to need context. We need a year. Year, 1986, the golden era. You would be amazed at how many independent comics you will look up and look at the date, and it's 1986. Ninja Turtles came out, and then all of a sudden everybody was like, I'll bet you we can make money with comics. And you got all these artists coming out, whether they were really great artists or not, they were trying, and they were putting out some amazingly weird books. And it's with mixed results, but that's what you got. So 86 was just an amazing year for this stuff. The art is a little amateurish in spots, but then some it looks really great. So it's hard to really say. I mean, with the caveat that it's all going to look better than mine. Makes me wonder how many issues this ever ran. Okay, I had an issue of Eben. He's like a big crow guy, I think. Tour of Iron. Not sure what's going on here. Looks like some sort of backstory or side story. Subscribe, don't bribe. Like that's an odd slogan to have. Okay, so I'm looking at these. This is a Marvel Epic. Epic Comics from Marvel. And I'm wondering immediately, is this like a wing of skin on her head? Or is this her hairline and the hair is coming, is this her whole head? And like the hair is coming down and this is like the hair crevice. If that case, she has a very tall head and a very receding hairline, or she has very wing-shaped forehead ridges. I'm not positive. Maybe the inside will let us know. Whatever happened to Black Bess, I don't know. But that's a cool blue lady. She looks very upset. So it's Marvel. I mean, technically it's Marvel. So I'm not really sure what to expect under the Epic title. Some of their Epic stuff I've seen looked really junky and I wasn't really interested. And some of the, like this, looks pretty good. They are, in fact, some sort of horn protrusions on the head. So it's not just really bad receding hairlines with dome heads. You understand what I'm talking about. I'm sure you do. Bug driving a ship through space. That's a plus. I like that. I love space pirate ships. That's always a thing that you can count on me to enjoy. Caveman's very sparse backgrounds, but I'm liking the art. But yeah, when it comes to imprint titles like this, yes, it's by Marvel, but what does it mean to be on an imprint? Is it free from Marvel's overall control? Is it more creator controlled? Is it less edited? Is it less controlled by censors? Or what's the deal? I don't get always what the deal is. And I'm just gonna say I hate her head. I really do. Like, I really hate that head. I'd rather have the blue lady's head than that other head with the fins. That's just awful. Looks like they are thinking about doing something there. Got horn-headed babies. All sorts of weird space stuff. Maybe that's the differences. You could get away with weirder stuff. Looks like she's going to try and kill her. And she's going to succeed. The blue lady with the better shaped head wins. Perfect. Alien Legion. Sort of the swashbucklers. That was issue number 11. This is issue number 12. And what year are these? 87? Wow, these are way older than I would have thought. I would not have expected these to be that far back. Like maybe early 90s. This art here is a lot more intriguing. Very, very dense. Very, very nicely done. Very colorful. I still hate the forehead. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get past that. That is a really bad forehead design. I don't know who thought that they should make their characters look this way. All in all, I mean, some of this looks really good. Like this shot right here, this looks great. You got the big space pirates and like swashbuckling things and all this stuff. But you still have this weird, terrible head. Although you almost can't see it in this shot, and that's what almost makes it okay. But I know it's there, and so it's not okay. Our stupid head fins are just going to ruin it for me. I'd say it has potential, but it's not like utilizing all the potential it could have. And even though they got some really strange stuff happening, like they're still kind of somewhat playing it safe. I have a feeling that's because it's a Marvel imprint title. Like, I feel like they would have done some crazier crap if they didn't have that hanging over their head. Anyway, I probably like this cover the best just because it features the blue lady instead of all these other nasty headed ladies. But anyway, that's my story. Thank you guys for watching. I will catch you later. Bye.